Welcome to Transforming the Toddler Years, a Core 4 parenting podcast for conscious, cycle-breaking parents ready to turn toddler tantrums into teachable moments. Hi, I'm Cara Tyrrell, a lifetime lover of littles, mom to 2 grown and flown girls, and an early childhood educator. Through the show, I teach you my collaborative parenting methodology for nurturing your little human's mind, body, and spirit. Because how you connect and collaborate in the first 5 years is how you raise happy, healthy kids who grow into the best version of themselves and find true success in school and life. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Today, I want to start by thanking a listener for sharing their loving message with me as a rating and a review. I do this occasionally because it just feels so good to know that this work matters to you. So I just want to shout out SBS. Thank you so much for your 5-star rating and this beautiful review. Cara is the perfect guide to the toddler and early childhood years. Her reassuring presence and insightful conversations always leave me feeling refreshed and grounded. Highly recommend this podcast. The refreshed and grounded part. Yes, that's the goal. This is a big journey we are on, and it's not ever going to get easier, but it can get different if we use a different mindset, a different heart set, and a different set of strategies. So today's episode is, I hope it doesn't trigger you, but it might, because it's about physical behavior with our kids, how they come at us physically, and how we are going to manage that. So one of my clients, who's a Transforming the Toddler Years course graduate, still works with me. And, we work very deeply together monthly. And then if they're having a hard minute, they'll send me a memo and I'll respond. And so here's what's happening with their newly turned 3-year-old. This little girl is testing her physical world and the boundaries that go with it. And she's also testing the relationship. She wants to make sure that what she's hearing, seeing, and receiving from her dad is real, that it's true. With kids who struggle with trauma, we call this attachment reattachment theory, right? Do you really mean it? Are you really this loving? Are you really this kind? Are you really going to be here for me no matter what? This little girl has had none of that, thank goodness, in her background. She's been raised in a loving, kind, collaborative home. But she is a toddler, and she's a true COVID baby. And so she really is still working out, how do we socially interact, and where are those boundary lines? So she's been doing this. She's been walking up to her dad, kind of not smiling, but like just a little bit of a whatever on her face, kicking him, not super hard, right? She's not in meltdown mode, just a little kick tap and then a smile. What is she doing? Why on God's green earth would a kid do this? It's ridiculous, right? Not really. If you think about what I just said, she is testing to see what is the reaction she's going to get. Is the reaction she's going to get going to match the calmness, the kindness, the measured words, the boundary holding that he's been practicing, the collaborative parenting, the methodology that I teach? Or is she going to get the big reaction that she actually expects? And he stayed calm. Oh, this dad, he's doing such an amazing job. He stayed calm. But you know what else? He didn't do anything. He just kept letting her kick him. And then she looked at him, and this shows you how in touch she is. She's a thinker, and said, Why aren't you mad? She's looking for this information. So what would you do in that situation? You're conscious. You're calm. You're a self-aware parent, grandparent, foster parent, teacher. You're listening to this because that's who you are and that's who you want to be in relationship to kids. So what would you do? It's hard stuff, right? It's almost one of those, I don't know until I'm in it. Well, doing nothing actually sends a message. When we don't respond at all, we are still communicating a message. And that, in this case, permissiveness, right? Okay. If this is how you need to express yourself right now, great, go for it. I'll just sit here and take it. Well, that's not what we want. We don't want our kids to feel like when they're having, in this case, she was being very intentional and testing some boundaries, but even when they're in full meltdown mode, full tantrum mode, we don't want them to believe that moving feelings through their body by physically attacking other people is the right answer. We want them to know they can move feelings through their body, but that everybody needs to stay safe while it's happening, right? So in this case, a non-response is equally damaging as a reactive, angry response. So what do we do? That's the big question, right? We want to keep our kids feeling safe enough to come to us. But also, safety is actually the key here. So one of my favorite scripts with kids, specifically ones who use their physical body to express their emotions, is it's my job to keep you safe. In the classroom, I use this all the time. It's my job to keep you safe. It's my job to keep your friend safe. But you know what else? It's my job to keep myself safe. Let's say that one again. It's my job to keep myself safe. That is a powerful sentence. This is the message it sends. I matter. I am taking ownership and autonomy over my body and how people approach it and how people touch it. You want your child to hear that message? Of course you do. It also becomes, over time, their mental script. I get to keep my own body safe. And you want that. You want that rolling around in their beautiful little brain. So what I coached him through was to say that. Stay self-aware, stay conscious, stay calm, keep your voice calm, all the things that you know. But just to say that. Oh, you're kicking me. I don't like how that feels. It's my job to keep myself safe. If you keep kicking me, I will move. I will move to another part of the room. She keeps kicking. I don't think this is what happened, but let's just follow it down the rabbit hole. And then you say, oh, you're still choosing to kick me. I will move my body to a different room. When you feel you're ready to hug and snuggle, be calm and kind to my body, I'll be ready. You just let me know. How's that feel? Different, right? Now, I'm not saying that your little one is going to react well to that. I don't know. In that moment, they might really be wanting to poke and push. But the cooler and calmer that you can stay and keep incrementally moving your body, incrementally saying these scripts and setting this as a belief system. In this house, it's my job to keep myself safe, and it's my job to keep you safe. This is going to solidify what I call those core 4 connectors in the relationship you're building. Because the methodology works when the relationship is rock solid. Kids need to believe your words. They need to be able to trust what you're saying. They need to be able to respect that when you make a decision, you're going to keep it. There's a follow through there. And they need to be able to communicate openly with you, even if sometimes they try it with their legs instead of their words. This relationship is how you manage the bigger conversations, the bigger behaviors, the more challenging interactions as they grow up. And it's what I'm here to help you anchor during those early years of life. All right, everybody, you are out there doing the big work, and I am here supporting you to do it. If you're struggling with any type of what we just described, if you're struggling with transitions or huge, massive tantrums, I highly recommend you go grab my tantrum-free transition guide. It is totally free to you, and it's going to help you set your kids up for smoother transitions and less tantrums along the way, so that when they really are emotionally dysregulated, you're going to be able to show up better for them. The link is in the show notes. Until our next episode, stay mindful and proactive as we transform the toddler years.